broadcast is streamed and produced by Midnight Sports and is not affiliated with any hockey organization, club, or team. Midnight Sports is comprised of hockey parents who stream games for friends and family who cannot attend the games in person.
Well, hello and welcome on in. This is Youth Hockey on Midnight Sports. Today we've got North Park traveling on down to the Aviator Sports and Events Center to take on the Long Island Edge in Game 20 of the EJEPL Diamond 2 season. For North Park, this is it for the regular season in the EJ. For North Park, currently ranked numero uno in the Cratch ratings, and with the right amount of points, will move to number one in the table standings as well. Of course, the Cratch ratings determine playoff seeding, but that number one seed obviously very valuable for North Park, as the 4 and 5 seeds have a play-in game against each other and then have to take, the winner takes on the number one seed. And so getting that number one seed would allow North Park to play a team that might just be a little tired in the EJ. But of course, that's getting ahead of ourselves, because the vaunted Long Island Edge are the home team here today. These teams rated very similarly in the My Hockey standings. The Edge come in with a 13-16-1 record on the year, with recent losses against the Long Island Sharks and the New York Stars, but they also beat those same Sharks 7-2 before the holiday break. These two teams have faced each other twice this season. Both games have been close, both games resulting in North Park victories. North Park comes in on a 2-game schneid. Of course, they had the big win over the Peconic Wildcats before the holiday break, but after the break, they had a big loss too. The Long Beach Lightning, they were short-benched in that game with just 7 skaters, and so we shall see how it all works out here. Tight angle here at Aviator, but it's North Park looking to put up a dub on the board to cap off their EJ regular season. Stick around, little royalty-free music for the next minute and 50 seconds, and then we will be off and rolling here from Aviator. This is Midnight Sports. All right, there goes the buzzer for the warm-up period down at Aviator. North Park still a little short-benched here as a late wave of illness has come through the team. So, of course, our best to all the North Park players, well, and the Edge players too. Anyone out with illness or injury, feel better soon. It'll be great to have you back when you're able to come on back. Speaking of coming on back, we're going to come on back the air tomorrow out at the rinks as North Park takes on PAL. And that should be an interesting one in and of itself. That one at 4:40 tomorrow out at the rinks. North Park in action against the PAL Blue Knights. But first, well, we've got 15 on the board here. We'll see if we play it as a 3-period, 15-minute a period game or as two 25-minute halves to this one, as it is both a state qualifying game as well as an EJ game, and so the team who hosts the game does get to decide whether to play 3 periods of 15 minutes a pop or 2 of 25 minutes. And so we'll go ahead and change our clock to match the one in the rink. But of course, we'll keep you apprised as we learn exactly how it's going to go here from the rink. All right, we have an end zone view, ice level. And although not the chosen view typically for the broadcast, it gives us the best signal for the broadcast. And so really the only way we could pump this one out to you today. So you'll just have to bear with me. More of a radio broadcast than a visual one. But in any event, as often told my kids growing up, something's better than nothing. Although in this case, you're just going to have to listen to me. In any event, we'll zoom in as much as we can, as much as the glass allows, to give you the best view. All right, enough about the camera technicalities here. It's a little last-minute strategy at the North Park bench. Bo Bickoff back in the lineup and back between the pipes for the visitors here today. It'll be North Park moving away from you for the first and third periods and coming right at you in the period of the long change. We'll see who Coach Radar throws over the boards to kick us off here today. North Park in those green and blue sweaters. The Edge in their teal and white home jerseys. And the whistle's gone once or twice. Neither team has come over the boards just yet to center ice. And the whistle goes one more time. And the huddle should break here in just a moment. They do. It's Grebin, Keyworth, Tenenbaum, Halpern, and Koshlewski as the 5 skaters in blue to kick us off. Halpern and Keyworth will be back at the blue line, and we should be ready to roll here in just a moment. Tenenbaum sizes up all the players behind him. We are off and running as the Edge dump on in. Giving chase are the Edge. They come in tight right in front of the camera well here. The Edge will spin it in front. It hits a skate. A lot of action right in front of the glass here to start. Reaching for it was Tenenbaum. And we'll get a hand pass call quickly on the Edge as they were first to the puck after gloving it down from the air just 13 seconds into this one. Face off right in front on this near side. Tenenbaum sizes up. Clean win back to Halpern. Halpern's going to spin that all the way around and out of the zone. It was a set play there for North Park, trying to tap it farther in front of the scorer's booth at the far end of the ice. Coming all the way around and touching it farther was North Park. One shot on frame. The other went just a bit wide. It's North Park keeping the zone, spinning it farther now as they try to get that puck back toward the goal mouth. Instead, the Edge worked that to the far side of the ice. It sits at that far point. A couple of players in for support, and that puck's going to be rimmed out. Giving chase now all the way down is Halpern, and he'll pick it up near side of the ice. That camera is going to feather in and out of focus at times, given the puck marks on the glass in front of us, and so apologies for that. It's the Edge now trying to break out back in this direction. It'll be the Edge moving toward the offensive zone. It was cut out expertly by Klochek at first. Spun on net. Bickoff called into action. He got a piece of it as that puck ended up right in front of him, and it was spun off an Edge stick. Now it's Figliotti trying to track forward with the puck. The Edge will come back after dumping it in. Samosi on the puck, sends it off the boards. It's Bickoff standing tall there. That puck took a strange carom off the end boards, and now the Edge will have to work all the way back to their zone to pick up that puck. all over. His skater was Vigliotti, and that one sent in on net and dropped for play on purpose by the Edge netminder. Here come the Edge right back in the other direction. Long shot goes wanting, and it's a threaded pass from Keyworth up to Grebin, but it's going to cross the end line, and we'll have a stoppage in play with 13:03 left to go in this first period. It's going to be a defensive zone draw for North Park. Shots to a side so far. Biggest danger chance there for the Edge as that puck bounced strangely off the end boards, and Bickoff, attuned to the threat, got out to the edge of the crease and then made another save right here off the faceoff. It's still the Edge pushing for more. Bickoff gets across once again. 2 5-bell saves from number 4 for North Park. And it's now North Park cycling the puck all the way to that far side into the offensive zone. North Park will dump it in deep there. It's North Park trying to find the puck at the end boards. They'll spin it to the near side, but it's going to come all the way out of the zone, and now they have to reset with Keyworth up the right wing. Batted farther there by Grebin. Halpern's going to have to track back on a deflection, though, and pick up that puck. He throws behind his net. Whips it around to the near side. Keyworth tries to send it farther. It hits an edge man. Look out. High danger chance here. It's Bickoff. A huge save. Oh, you'll have to take my word for it, as the camera may have lost focus on that one. But it was Bickoff standing tall, making the save there as that puck had come across the low crease. And there's no rust on number 4, as he's now saved 2 very high danger chances. It's still the Edge pushing forward now. It's been all Edge in the early going here. Deflection carries that shot wide from the home team. The Edge trying to get that puck back toward the goal mouth. Instead, it's Samosi picking up the loose change, working that all the way up and out of the zone. It's touched farther for Vigliotti. Vigliotti, and he shoots. That's gloved down just wide of the cage. Good chance there from North Park, and even better save by the Edge. It's now North Park trying to spin it in front once more. Instead, the Edge have it behind the net. They work it up to the point. Samosi could fire it on, looking for a deflection. That's gloved aside once more by the Edge. It's been end-to-end action here as North Park tries to jam that out front, but the Edge in the way. And so they'll come back in the other direction. This one's going to come all the way on net. Bickoff able to send that around. Puck comes up and above off the curved glass. Vigliotti picks it up and heads back down in the other direction. Shoots on net. That one up into the top of the glass, but it stays in play. A shot aside on the sequence so far as North Park will make a change and dump back in. It's North Park trying to keep that puck in the zone on this right side. They do. And the Edge batted to the right half wall once and twice. North Park still keeps the zone, though. It's Grebin all the way across in the slot. Fired in just wide of the cage. It was hitting a body anyway, and the Edge will break out in the other direction. Here come the Edge up their left wing as that puck gets stopped at the blue line. Huge hit against the boards. It'll be Koshlewski going to the box, and still some conversation here between the players. Koshlewski explaining the player was falling. And it looks like the Edge, after getting that explanation, will stop for now with 10:38 left to go in this opening frame. The better of the chances has gone the way of the Edge, and now they're up a man for the next 2 minutes on an unfortunate series of events. All right, it's Tenenbaum, Keyworth, Halpern, and Grebin at the far side of the ice. Keyworth tries to snake that puck farther. Instead, it'll be the Edge coming around to the near side. The Edge still on the puck. They work it up to the top of the slot. Fire it in. That puck was knuckling, but it missed the net. And all the way around, North Park goes. Grebin on the breakout down the right wing. It's Grebin now toward the slot. All the way to the side. Shoots. That's blockered aside by the Edge. And now it will be North Park backing off on the penalty kill still for the next minute and a half here as the Edge break into the offensive zone. Still the Edge now behind the net on the puck, but Keyworth comes across to clear the danger. And now Keyworth up the left wing will skate into the offensive end. Keyworth on the puck. On the backhand, tries to go short side. Shut down by the Edge once more. And the Edge try to reset in their own end. It's Tenenbaum picking that puck up in the neutral zone. He's able to dump in because for the next minute and 2 seconds, it's North Park still on the penalty kill. The Edge now back on the puck behind their net, looking to set something up as North Park will carry that puck in the neutral zone for a moment, but the Edge still pouring forward here. It's a shot blocked by Klocek, and then it's going to be feathered in. Bikoff able to get that puck into his net, made the stop. Bigliotti had come across to lay a hit just in case that puck got loose, but Bikoff held on, and so a shot on goal for the Edge. Just 5 minutes and 41 seconds into this one, still 7 shots aside already. Shouldn't say still. That's pretty wild end-to-end action so far. This will be Meller at the dot. He's got Samosi to his right, Klocek and Bigliotti in the slot as the Edge take that up to the near point. They'll feather it on down. They pick it up at the end boards here. The Edge looking for some support on that far side of the ice. An aggressive forecheck right now as it's shot in. Bikoff able to glove that down into the pads. That puck was deflected. Looked like it was deflected high, by the way. But in any event, Bikoff with the save. And another faceoff coming with 27 seconds left to go on the man advantage for the Edge. This is Tenenbaum at the dot. Klocek and Grebin in the slot there. It's Tenenbaum tying his man up, and then it's kicked forward by Samosi. Look out, the Edge fire that, and it's Bikoff once more, gloving and freezing. And so 11 seconds more gone on the power play for the Edge. And a face-off again right in front of the camera well. Samosi tries to clear that puck farther. Puck batted around just a bit. The Edge control, they dump on in. Spun all the way to the far side of the ice. 8 seconds left to go now on the man advantage as the Edge will cycle it to the near side. The Edge pull it off the boards there. All over his man is Grebin. And that puck comes all the way up to the point. Still in the zone, but we're back to 5-on-5 hockey here as the Edge trying to get that toward the net front, but Samosi reverses to himself behind the net. Sends it off the curved wall on up. Koslewski gives chase far side. Grebin picks up that loose puck. And he'll stalk forward with it. All the way into the offensive end comes the puck for North Park, but without possession. And the Edge try to bat that puck up and out. They do. North Park's going to cycle all the way back into the neutral zone. It was Koslewski able to break up any Edge break in. Puck dumped in by the Edge. Halpern able to scoop that off the boards and send it on up. And so it's going to be dumped in once more by the Edge to the near side of the ice. Keyworth clears it. We'll see if that puck spins all the way on net. It's curving there. It's touched by the Edge before it hits the end line. Onward we play. 7:45 left to go in this first period. It's the Edge all the way across. Saucer pass cut out by Keyworth. Keyworth soft toss up to Meller. Meller will try to chase down there. He gets to it first. He's got 2 Edgemen all over him. And so this will be Halpern dumping it forward. Once he gained the line, the Edge will have to pick up behind their net. North Park can make a change if they want to. Onto the ice is Sweeney for Grebin. It's the Edge dumping that puck forward without possession. Halpern spins it up and out of the zone. Well done by him as he relieves a little bit of this Edge pressure. Puck all the way in now as Keyworth tries to balance that puck on his stick. Instead, Bikoff fights that off. And it's the Edge still working in front, trying to hit a trailer there. Keyworth working his man over. And so that puck comes all the way down to the Edge zone where they pick it up at the side of their net. The Edge really trying to tilt the ice here. North Park hoping to get a couple opportunities in the other direction to relieve that pressure. It's Samosi all the way up. He was looking for a headman pass. Can't connect with Meller. It'll come all the way down to this end for icing. And so with 6:41 left to go here in the first, it's another defensive zone draw for North Park. Now, so far, story of the game is Bo Bikoff in net. He has saved no fewer than 3 high-danger chances. Perhaps more. It's Samosi now carrying that puck up the near half wall. He's going to skate it up and out of the zone. North Park on the break. They'll break all the way in to the offensive end, but then the Edge send it right back to the neutral zone. And they're able to work that puck up into the offensive end. Here come the Edge all the way in. They'll dangle farther to the end boards. Pushed wide there by Klocek. And Samosi wipes his man out of the play on the near side. The Edge in for support. It's North Park trying to dig that puck up and out. Instead, fired in on Bickoff, who makes the save near post. He had that near post covered. And the Edge will have to pick up that puck all the way back in their own end. Well, under 6 left to play here in the first. It's the Edge trying to work this puck out of their own end once more. Fired in there by North Park, gloved and frozen by the Edge netminder, and so counted as a shot on goal for North Park. Their first in a minute or so. And with 5:48 left to go here in the first, it'll be an offensive zone draw for the team in blue. All right, far end of the ice. It's Meller at the dot. It's one out to Halpern. Halpern walking the blue line, fires that in, looking for a deflection. It made it all the way on net. And now this puck will come all the way down. Bickoff on it, and he's going to play it on out. Here come the Edge. He was looking for Halpern. It was a good play. It was just the Ice Monster had other ideas on the puck. In any event, it's Keyworth carrying that all the way into the offensive zone. The Edge will take over on the near side of the ice. Headman pass doesn't connect. It's on net. And this time Bickoff plays it to Halpern on the near side. Halpern in stride takes that puck, works it to the near side of the zone. Vigliotti picks it up, and he'll track forward. It's Vigliotti all the way into the offensive end at the end boards now. Vigliotti on the puck there, trying to jam it home was North Park. It's saved nicely by the Edge. Puck sits in the offensive end. The Edge have it, and they're able to work it up and out of their zone. And so tracking all the way back is Vigliotti right in front of the camera would. It's Vigliotti trying to go around a man. Look out, the Edge in, but it was Vigliotti who got a stick on it to deflect it up and over the net. And so Bickoff didn't have to work on it. Now Vigliotti takes a big hit. He stayed down on the ice, and we will get a whistle here as he hops on up. We'll see exactly what the call is and whether the Edge man will go to the box. Looks like he will. And we'll keep our eye on the official here for the gesture as to the penalty called against the man in white. Looks like it'll be 2 minutes for roughing. After the explanation given, it'll be an offensive zone drop for North Park. Still goose eggs on the scoreboard with 4:29 left to go in this opening period. Now that puck's dropped, and it's the Edge flicking it up to the blue line, but not out just yet. North Park sets up shop in the offensive zone on the man advantage. They work it behind the net. All the way to the near side comes the puck for North Park. It's Tenenbaum sending that across the blue line. Halpern on down for Keyworth. Keyworth on the puck. Far side of the ice, brings it up to the blue line. He's going to find Tenenbaum on the near side, who dumps that in just a bit lower. Turning and upended was North Park there. And the Edge able to clear that, and they get a cheer from the crowd. It's North Park and the Edge meeting right here at the end boards on a shorthanded chance. But instead, North Park able to clear the puck, and now they can go in the other direction with some open ice. Grebin dumps it on in. The Edge send it right back in the other direction. The Edge fans now really getting into this game on the near side of the rink as they look to kill off this penalty. It's Tenenbaum trying to get that puck, but instead it's going to be a call here. And we'll see who's going to the box for roughing. Looks like it might be another call against the Edge. And as has happened in some of these games in the past, special teams play has determined the outcome. And right now, with 3:28 left to go in this first period, it'll be North Park with a 5-on-3 advantage. If only one Edge skater taken to the box instead of anybody in the blue and green jerseys. And so it looks like that will be the case. 5-on-3 upcoming here for the visitors. Tenenbaum, Samosi, Klocek, Meller, and Grebin, the 5 skaters on the ice for the visitors right now. And it will be a far side drop. Tenenbaum at the dot. Crucial face-off here. The Edge will win it over to the near side, and they're able to get that puck up and out. All the way down, that puck comes And the Edge first to it to try and kill some of this penalty. Bodying their man is North Park. And we get no call. The Edge wanted one for interference. But it's North Park going back in the other direction on the stick of Samosi. Samosi drop pass on over for Meller. That puck nearly sat in front, but instead it's the Edge once more, able to clear it with 27 seconds left to go. It's Klocek who will pick up the pass from Bickoff. Klocek on up. Puck comes up to Keyworth up the right wing. Drop pass for Grebin. Grebin all the way across looking for a one-timer in Tenenbaum, who was covered very nicely by the Edge. All the way back to the neutral zone is Halpern for the puck. It's Halpern skating through the neutral zone into the offensive end. Halpern drop pass for Keyworth. Keyworth all the way across for Meller. Puck comes in front. It sits to the side of the cage. And now North Park trying to work it off the end boards. Puck still in the offensive zone for a moment, but it'll be Bigliotti who has to come all the way back for it as Keyworth picks it up down the left wing. Drop pass doesn't quite connect. North Park has to reset. They dump on in, and now will give chase. Still 40 seconds left to go in this 5-on-4 after North Park unable to pot on the 5-on-3. It's North Park up to the blue line. It's stopped there. Sent across from Halpern to Keyworth. Fired in. That shot rejected, and the follow-up puck loose in front. Comes up to Halpern, who shoots high of the cage. And it's a couple of shots on net. 3 in the entire sequence for North Park. As the Edge clear the puck, Keyworth back in front of his net to pick up. The Edge, though, able to pick that up. Look out, trailer in front, shot high. Oh, boy. The wraparound shut down by Bickoff as the Edge still shorthanded here for the next 4 seconds. Have had a couple of really good opportunities. And now North Park able to flick that puck up and out. Bigliotti turns forward. He's in a foot race with his Edge colleague. Instead, the Edge able to send this all the way down. It goes for an icing. And so with 1:16 left to go in this first period, it'll be a face-off all the way at the other end of the ice. But it was a couple of shots, from the home team on the shorthanded attempts that nearly potted, I suppose, just one shot officially. The first one went up and over the net, but on the wraparound, Bickoff absolutely equal to the task. And now it will be a face-off all the way down at the other end of the ice. We have just a stoppage in play here as perhaps the official looking for that puck that went up and out of play. And it looks like still some discussion here as to exactly what might happen. Looks like the door might not be working in the penalty box. And so someone, an unlucky spectator, may have to stay in there to make sure the latch stays shut. And right now, that's exactly what has happened. 76 seconds left to go here in the opening period. It's Samosi pushing that puck farther in the zone. And it's dumped deeper by Sweeney, giving chases North Park all the way around to the far side of the ice. Left there, sent farther into some open ice by Klocek. And turning for the puck is Samosi with some support from Grebin. North Park will cycle that puck just a bit deeper. It hits an Edge skate, and here come the Long Island Edge right back into the offensive end. 47 seconds left to go as Samosi able to reverse that puck to the far side. Up and out of the zone the puck goes. Grebin hits it to himself against the boards. He's got his stick pinned there. And this puck has been played with a high stick. And it's been washed out. As such, we play on. It's the Edge on the puck at that far half wall. Grebin all the way back. Klocek and the Edge man disengage eventually. Still some heavy hitting there as it's Klocek spinning that puck to the far half wall. 17 seconds left to go. The Edge try to put that puck in front, but Samosi able to pull it from the side of the cage. And Tenenbaum works that into the neutral zone. It'll be Klocek back on the puck by the advertising boards here. It'll be Samosi then racking it into the neutral zone, and that'll do it for the first period here. But somebody's going to be going to the box during the intermission as there's been a call on the ice. We'll see. Still some conversation here between the officials and the Edge bench, and unclear exactly what the call will be when we get restarted. But first, we're going to put 15 on the board, do it all over again. Period of the long change coming up. This is Midnight Sports. Well, all right. We've looked up at the scoreboard. Looks like the call was against the Edge at the end of the period. And not sure whether it was a too many men on the ice call or what, but it's been active on special teams here today. Just one period in, the Edge back to the box. North Park with another special teams opportunity to kick this one off. It's a center ice drop because the penalty happened at the end of the period. And it's North Park with a clean win to open this second frame. Up a skater for the next minute and 55 seconds. North Park all the way into the offensive end. It's Halpern stalking deep with the puck. He'll reverse it on over to Keyworth. Keyworth on up to the blue line where he finds Tenenbaum. Tenenbaum works it down to Halpern across for Keyworth. But that puck was batted up and out of the zone, and so Keyworth tracks it back down, and he'll drop it off for Tenenbaum. Puck moved up into the neutral zone, but it's an aggressive penalty kill here from the Edge, and they've got possession in the offensive end, down a skater, as they'll eventually release the puck, and Halpern picks up behind his own net. Puck cycled there by North Park. Some good skating moves by the visitors. Sees that puck, moved all the way up to Tenenbaum into the offensive end. You've got to think if the dam can break here, there's a chance for North Park, but it was the Keyworth shot that went just a bit high. Now Grebin on the puck, near side, tries to touch it farther. Instead, that puck sits under a couple of bodies. Now it's loose, but the whistle goes as it was very near the player's head and neck area. And so we get a stoppage in play after the Keyworth shot deflected just a bit high and wide. It'll be a face-off on this near side of the ice. And the Edge will make a personnel change or two, as it'll be Meller, Halpern, Keyworth, Tenenbaum, and Grebin, the power play unit for North Park. Keyworth at the dot. Puck dropped, clean win, back to Halpern. Halpern on the puck, works it down to Keyworth, near side of the ice. Keyworth shoots in, great save by the Edge. Wraparound can't connect for North Park. And so North Park goes to set up once more. Shot in and scored. Well, not sure we got the replay save going there. We'll give it one more shot. Looked like we hit replay screen perhaps. So you got to see a Zamboni instead of Grebin putting that one past on the replay. Apologies for that. But it was a bang-bang one-timer. You saw it live. And the 1-4 put North Park up by one after 14 shots. It's now North Park 1, the Edge nothing. And it was a big goal there for the visitors, as the Edge had been drawing a lot of momentum from their penalty killing prowess in this one. Instead, it's a puck that comes in swept aside there by Bickoff. as it had come in close to the blue paint, and now it's North Park trying to break out in the other direction. They'll touch the puck to themselves. Here comes North Park still, touched farther very nicely by Meller to clear the danger in the neutral zone. A couple of North Park skaters had been down behind the play, as North Park will have to tag up on the delayed offside. In any event, Meller touching that forward meant there was no odd man rush in the other direction. And North Park now in the offensive zone for a moment as the Edge break out in the other direction. Puck pinballs around the neutral zone for just a bit, and it will sit right in front of the benches for a moment, as there is just not much space out there on the rink right now. Both of these teams playing very hard in this game. And as such, it's almost like playoff hockey where space is at a premium. This is now Samosi taking the puck into the near corner and tries to jab it out front. The Edge in the way. Kushlewski rides his man into the boards, gets a 1-4, but the shot comes in from Tenenbaum, and it was saved nicely by the Edge. Puck cycled around by the Edge, and this will be the Edge breaking out on the far side of the ice. Puck sits at the blue line. The Edge able to get it into the neutral zone and carry it farther. The Edge all the way across the neutral zone into the offensive end. They hold the puck in that near corner in the offensive end and then shoot in. Bickoff with the save, fights it off, and it's sent up off the glass and out of the zone by North Park. The Edge try to cycle it deeper into the offensive end, sent all the way to the near side by Keyworth, dumped into the neutral zone, then by Halpern and fired on net by Grebin. The goal scorer once more as North Park buzzing in the offensive end here. It's a shot aside. Onward we play. The Edge will break out and carry the puck all the way down the ice here. They look to shoot from the slot. Instead, that shot goes high and wide as North Park could push the Edge man to that far circle. Puck sits in that offensive corner for the Edge. Tracked around by North Park. Good stick lift there by Grebin to get that puck up and out of the defensive zone. Pass picked off by Tenenbaum. Tenenbaum stalks in, shot in. That puck took a deflection, and Tenenbaum unable to get all of the power he wanted on it, but still put it on frame. Look out, now it's Klocek firing in. That puck fought off gloved and frozen by the Edge very nicely with 10:56 left to go here in the second period. It's a couple of shots for North Park on the sequence. They've now taken the shot lead, which means absolutely nothing at all, of course, but it might give you a sense of how the game is going. It's Meller, near dot. One there by North Park. Kushlewski across to try and hold the zone. Instead, though, the Edge able to deflect that up and out. Samosi all the way back to his own end for the puck. Works it around toward Bigliotti. Puck stays in the North Park zone, and then it's chopped on out by Bigliotti. It's Klocek now turning for the puck. Near side of the ice, all the way behind his own net. Works that puck up toward Bigliotti. Puck stays in the Edge offensive zone, though, until it eventually rolls across. It was Kushlewski who had done some good work to get that puck up and out. Bigliotti carries that puck in. Joust with the man behind the play. They separate. Puck comes in, but we're going to get a call here as Bigliotti upends a man in front. And the Edge take offense. Well, the players will separate here, but continue to push each other once standing up, and so we'll see exactly what the call is. But we do have an Edge player down on the ice, and so we will pause for a moment and let you know the Edge man right back up, though, with a smile. And so seems like all's well that ends well on the ice, but it might be two North Park players to the box for the Edge's one, which will give the home team ample opportunity to even this one up with 10:14 left to go here in the second. Now Keyworth across to the officials to ask for an explanation here. It's Kushlewski and Bigliotti who ended up in the box for North Park. And Keyworth still awaiting that explanation as Grebin awaits with the puck, sends it on over toward the official during this delay. Klocek has joined Keyworth. Klocek, of course, an alternate captain for North Park. Keyworth gets the explanation. And it will be a face-off to Bickoff's right all the way down at the other end of the rink. 2 minutes put on the board. So a player for the Edge, 2 for North Park. It nets out to a 5-on-4 for the Edge here. Down a goal, but up a man for the next 2 minutes. 10:14 left to go in this middle frame. Now no time like the present for the Edge to try and even this one up. It was North Park who took the specials team's lead just a couple of minutes ago on the power play. And so it'll be the Edge to do the same in their hopes to get this to be a 1-1 hockey game. All right, looks like we are about set here as the North Park bench still getting an explanation from the near official as to what the call was specifically. And the conversation continues. The official who is going to drop the puck, waiting on his colleague to finish his explanation at the visitors' bench. All right, explanation over. Puck drop up coming here. All the way down at the other end of the rink. Clean win there by the Edge. They walk the blue line, survey their options, they'll fire in. That puck comes to Bickoff's side. It hits a body in front, and it's cleared by North Park. All the way down, the puck goes, and it's Grebin on the forecheck on that far side of the ice. And the Edge able to work it up and out to their blue line. The Edge now will stalk all the way down into the offensive end. Puck will bounce on a few players there. Coming across nicely was Halpern to prevent the threat. The Edge now have that puck at the near point. It's the Edge still on the puck, and they'll bat the puck just a bit deeper, but awaiting was Grebin for that puck to pop out, and pop out it does. Grebin able to hold the puck in the offensive end for a moment until the Edge come back in numbers and take it off him. And it's now Meller reaching for the puck in the defensive zone. Look out, the Edge on in. Bickoff fights that shot off and gets a cheer from his goalie partner on the North Park bench as the Edge look to set something up once more at the far point. They'll dump it in all the way toward the slot. Good stick work there by North Park, though. Sent all the way up and out of the zone. That time it was Grebin who had defeated the slot pass and sent the puck up and out. 37 seconds left to go on the power play here for the Edge. They'll stalk into the offensive zone once more, but North Park again in the way, and they'll send that puck all the way down to behind the Edge net. 22 seconds left to go now on the power play for the home team. It's Tenenbaum on the forecheck. The Edge will break into the offensive zone. They send that wide of the cage on the dump in. Samosi across to try and jam up any pass. It comes toward the slot, but again picked off. And in the other direction now comes Keyworth. Keyworth into the offensive end. He'll stop, turn, and spin with the puck. Still Keyworth, backhanded on net. And he buys his team an offensive zone draw after the Edge save, which will allow players to leave the box, and it will be 5-on-5 hockey here as North Park has successfully killed off the second power play of the day for the Edge. This is going to be a near circle drop onto the ice. Comes Grebin, Tenenbaum, Halpern, Sweeney, and Keyworth. And it's Tenenbaum winning that puck back to the side of the circle. Figure that one out. It's Sweeney now dumping that lower for Grebin. Grebin on up. He was looking for Halpern at the point. It's going to be sticked all the way up and out of the zone by the Edge. The Edge keep that puck in the offensive end. Shot goes high of the cage. The Edge still on the puck. They feather it forward. It's chopped once more by North Park to the end boards. Bickoff down covering that near post. Puck rolls to North Park. They look for the zone breakout. It was Grebin trying to move the puck farther. The Edge attuned to it. But North Park eventually gets that puck up and out to the neutral zone. It's the Edge on the puck. They'll dump in to some open ice, far side of the rink. North Park first to it. They try to fire it up and out. It hits a body in front. Bickoff fights that shot off. Makes the save from point blank distance with 7:27 left to go here in the second period. Shots 19-18 right now in North Park's favor. Of course, that's just our estimation here in the broadcast booth. Not sure what the official score sheet will show. But the shots basically even in what is a basically even game thus far. The Edge, clean win on the faceoff. They hold the point and dump on in. It's Klocek all the way to the near side of the ice. Soft pass on up for the breakout. Rolls to the edge, but in the neutral zone. Klocek, second bite at the apple, will move that puck all the way to Samosi, who works it up into the neutral zone. Meller all over his man at the offensive blue line, looking to dump the puck in deeper. Too many bodies in the way. The Edge will work that puck forward, but now it's a foot race. Klocek first to it in the defensive end. Spins it around to the near side, up and out of the zone. The Edge have to consider dumping it in once more here, as they wanted to get set up in the neutral zone. They do. Samosi gives chase all the way to that far corner. The Edge can't quite hold the zone. It's a delayed offside. They tag up. North Park with possession in its own end. They move it to the near side, then the far. Bouncing puck into the neutral zone once more. Choppy game right now as both teams try to feel each other out in the neutral zone. But here come the Edge to the side of the cage. They shoot. It was Bickoff who pushed that onto the bar. And here we go. Samosi back in the other direction. He dumps in and gives chase as that puck comes to the near side of the ice. It's Meller trying to hold the zone there. Too many Edge players in support to take the puck up and out of the zone, but they end up icing it, does the home team. It'll be an offensive zone drop for North Park with 6:07 left to go in this second period. And it was the Bickoff save again from in tight that led to the sequence where North Park had an attempt on this end of the ice, and then the Edge iced the puck, leading to this faceoff. It's Tenenbaum, Sweeney, Keyworth, Halpern, and it looks like Greben on the far side of the ice. Just a bit of a stoppage in play here as we wait. Bickoff right now has an equipment issue at the far end of the ice, working on the leg pads, and so just a little bit of a delay. Always, of course, a delay as netminders have to get their equipment right, but looks like he's ready to go. It was the right leg pad, just needed to restrap, and did. Now the puck's dropped. One forward by Tenenbaum. He picks it up, side of the cage, thrown in front. North Park nearly home once more, but defended well by the Edge. And the Edge able to spin that puck up and out. Keyworth stops it in the neutral zone, drops it off for Tenenbaum. Dumped in once more by North Park. The Edge clear the zone immediately. Now the Edge trying to come all the way into the offensive end. Puck swept wide by North Park. And it's not out of the zone just yet, though, as the Edge with a nice zone keep. It's the Edge working that puck all the way around, but we're going to get a call here. Whistle goes, and the official skating on over with, it looks like, an Edge player. No gesture yet, but the Edge to the box. They don't like the call. But with 5:36 left to go in this second period, North Park again to the power play. North Park 1 for 3 on the day. Of course, there was a overlapping 5-on-3 and 5-on-4 for that. And it'll be a face-off on the near side of the ice. And this will be Keyworth to take. To kick this one off. 2 minutes on the board. North Park up a goal. Now up a man for the next two, as they dump on into Keyworth from Halpern. Keyworth walks the blue line. Puck comes off a stick. Good work there by the Edge. It's a break in the other direction. The Edge fire in. Bickoff able to make the save. Getting back was North Park to make his job slightly easier, but that's easy to say when you're not the man between the pipes. And Bickoff stayed strong. Didn't give up much territory there, and he covered the puck as it had been shot into him just 14 seconds into this man advantage for North Park. It's Bickoff with the save. Puck's dropped. North Park trying to get that puck all the way around and out of the zone. As the Edge back off to set up their penalty kill, it's North Park breaking up and out the right wing. North Park will come into the offensive end on the stick of Keyworth. Look out, shot just wide by Keyworth. And it's Halpern keeping the zone as the puck sits right here in front of the camera well. Meller pulls it off the boards. Meller now turns with the puck, fires it just wide of the cage. That puck had sat in front. Greben picks it up. Goal scorer flips that up to Halpern. Halpern across for Tenenbaum. Puck deflected toward the camera. This will be Halpern keeping the zone. Grabbing all the way across to pick up that puck. Works it up to Tenenbaum. Tenenbaum slapper. That one's kicked aside very nicely by the Edge netminder. Onward we play. Meller back on the puck. Hitting really picking up here as the Edge look to kill off this penalty. And they're able to swipe that all the way to the neutral zone. And North Park has to reset. Puck filtered in all the way toward the ceiling. North Park was able to jump on in. And puck shot in once more, frozen perfectly by the Edge. And so it's the Edge being told to back off after the whistle. The official saying, "What are you doing?" to the players. But if you've ever tried to ask a teenager that, your guess is as good as mine, no matter what action you are questioning. In any event, 4:10 left to go here in the second. 35 seconds left to go on the man advantage for North Park. Offensive zone drop with Meller at the dot. It's the Edge trying to tie him up there, but Meller comes away with it, spins it up towards Samosi. That one's going to leave the zone, so Samosi back to his own blue line to set it up. Puck worked up quickly by North Park, and icing washed here, but the Edge first to it as that puck ends up being sent out of the zone by the home team. 12 seconds left to go now. Probably one last rush here for North Park if they hurry. This will be Vigliotti pulling the puck forward through the neutral zone, trying to dump in. He still has the puck. He spins it up to the point. All the way across now for Klocek. Klocek fires in, and that puck is frozen by the Edge netminder on the shot. Back to 5-on-5 hockey. Just a shot on goal there for North Park. Nothing more during that last sequence. And so North Park moves to 1 for 4 on the man advantage. And the Edge have successfully killed off the penalty. This will be Meller at the dot. Got Koslevsky in the slot. Meller wins that forward, but without possession. The Edge will use the curved wall and send that all the way up and out. And icing already washed here as that puck must have hit a North Park stick. Samosi back for it, works it up to the defensive point. And the Edge will dump in once more. This one's going to be fired up off the boards. And now it's North Park giving chase. The Edge wanted a call there on Vigliotti for interference. They didn't get it. And they'll have to reset in the neutral zone. They do. They push that puck just wide of the cage. It ends up taking a carom up into the netting. And so, after the Edge coach is questioning the official on this near side as to why there was no call, they'll get their explanation with 3 minutes even left to go in this second period. And a defensive zone drop upcoming for North Park. Well, that shot in toward Bickoff, and then Bickoff with a big save there, sending that puck to the near corner. First shot went wanting, but it sat on an Edge stick, and Bickoff able to make the big save on the follow-up, and now North Park on the breakout. Back into the offensive end, shot in, and they were looking for a rebound on what they were hoping was a shot pass off the leg pads of the Edge netminder, but it stuck to him. And so, a wonderful save there by the home team. And just a shot on goal by North Park. It's Tenenbaum at the dot, far side of the offensive zone. This is Sweeney in the slot. And Keyworth, Halpern behind. Grebin stands at the top of the circle. Players backed out of that circle. Tenenbaum filters it to himself, shoots it on goal on the face-off. Ooh, veteran play there from 6-1 to put that immediately on net after winning the face-off just 1 second in the live action. But it will be the Edge on the ensuing face-off, breaking out of the zone and coming back in the other direction. They throw that all the way across. Pass doesn't connect because Halpern was able to break it up, but we'll see what the call here is. It's going to be a cross check, it looks like, against North Park. And so the Edge will go back to the power play here. Now let's see. Wait a second. players skating down toward this end of the ice, even though it was North Park who had touched the puck when the whistle went, but instead it's the Edge again to the box for cross-checking. Well, that was a strange sequence as North Park had touched the puck and then the whistle went. But in any event, it's North Park again to the man advantage here. 2:29 left to go in the second. North Park 1 for 4 on the day. And we get a foul drop. We'll do it all over again. And it's North Park in tight. They'll shoot in. That's saved by the Edge netminder. Puck sits against the nearby metal and then covered up nicely by the Edge man in the blue paint. And so just one shot on goal. Still a minute and 52 seconds, though, left to go on the man advantage for North Park. It'll be another far circle drop in the offensive end for the visitors. Well, it's Meller, Grebin, Tenenbaum, Halpern, and Keyworth as the 5 skaters in blue and green. This is Tenenbaum at the dot. On the backhand, trying to win that back to the point. Puck rolls to a North Park stick, fired in by the goal scorer, Grebin. And saved once more by the Edge netminder, who's been called into action twice already, just 13 seconds into this power play for North Park. Puck's dropped again. North Park again with the win. Grebin fires that through a screen, and it's fought off by the Edge man between the pipes. Looks like we're going to get a call here, though. Arm raised, and it's going to be a slash. And it looks like the Edge going back to the box here. And so the Edge now giving up a 5-on-3 for the next minute and 38 seconds. We'll see if North Park considers using its timeout here to keep its top power play unit on the ice, or whether, because there were so many whistles in the first 22 seconds of that man advantage, they're rested enough to kick things off here on the 5-on-3. 2:06 left to go in the second. No timeout used. It's North Park 5-on-3 here. But get a very quick whistle as the Edge skater hadn't made his way to the box yet. And so 1 second gone on the power play for North Park, the 5-on-3. Interesting. That's not going to be reset, but of course 1 second rarely will make the difference. It's the Edge winning that faceoff, and they're going to send it all the way down the ice for Keyworth to give chase. Out of his net is Bickoff to settle the puck for the captain. He will come back in the other direction. It's Keyworth stalking forward all the way from the neutral zone into the offensive end. Drop pass connects with Tenenbaum, who filters that across the blue line for Halpern. Halpern now on the puck, spins it topside for Tenenbaum. Keyworth across, looking for a one-timer in Halpern. Thrown up to Tenenbaum once more. That fought off nicely by the Edge man between the pipes, and the Edge able to clear the zone once more. 55 seconds left to go on the 2-skater advantage here for North Park, as the drop pass does not connect for the visitors, and the Edge will fire that all the way down to some open ice. Tenenbaum will pick up in that far corner. Curls behind his net. Personnel change here for the Edge. Tenenbaum will bring this straight up the seam into the offensive end. Tenenbaum on the puck, pushed wide there. Works it around the curved wall softly all the way up to Halpern. Halpern finds Keyworth. Keyworth all the way in, shooting in, fought off once more by the Edge. This will be Keyworth back on the puck. 20 seconds left to go on the 2-skater advantage. Grebin tries to move that puck, faked out the cameraman, spins it on up to Halpern. Halpern unleashes. That puck takes a deflection wide. It's now North Park, desperate to hold the zone. They do. Tenenbaum settles that puck down. Fired in, one-timer from Keyworth. All the way across was the Edge man. And it'll be the Edge working that puck up and out of the zone. 19 seconds left to go on this 5-on-4. And North Park looking to get this puck and one more rush up the ice. They send it out of their zone, does North Park. Touch farther for Meller. And Meller picks that puck up, but it's swiped wide and out of the zone by the Edge. Just 8 seconds left to go in the period. And this will be North Park trying to break in one last time. But it's the Edge able to settle the puck. And there goes the buzzer after 2. It's North Park 1, the Edge nothing. Stick around. We're going to put 15 on the board. Do it one last time here from Aviator. This is Midnight Sports. All right, we promised it. We did it. 15 on the board one last time. And it's Bickoff back down at this end of the ice. It'll be the Edge coming towards you on your television screen or tablet or phone in this period. It's the Edge winning that faceoff, and they'll work that puck down toward the offensive zone, but it's Samosi who was able to spin that puck up and out. The Edge have to reset. Reset they do all the way across toward the slot, touch farther, and it's Klocek who's able to get a stick on puck, and then Bickoff freezes the puck with 14:42 left to go here in the third. It's technically a shot on goal. Bickoff, I'm sure, would be happy if they were all as easy as that. But if the puck could have gone in, counted as a SOG, a shot on goal. And so, it's a defensive zone drop here for North Park. Klocek, Sweeney, Grebin, Tenenbaum, and Samosi on the ice in blue. Samosi spins that around the curved wall all the way across. That puck comes. It's the Edge, though, picking that puck up in this near corner. Klocek lays the body. Sweeney does the same. It's the Edge trying to move that puck off the boards, keep it in the offensive end, but Tenenbaum had come in for support. He pulls it off the boards there, spins it up to Grebin. Grebin now in full stride into the offensive end. Grebin there shooting in, and that puck frozen by the Edge man. And so we get a stoppage in play after the shot on goal by Grebin. 14-18 left to go in this one. And it's an offensive zone drop upcoming for North Park. It'll be Tenenbaum at the dot. Spins that forward, and the Edge take over control and look to work that puck up and out. They can't get past Halpern in the neutral zone, who sends that puck diagonally up in front of the scorer's booth, but now the Edge look to break in. It's the Edge all the way across. Bickoff with a big save and a follow-up. Bouncing puck. Missed by all sticks, and Keyworth will pick that puck up and skate forward. It's Keyworth into the offensive end, tries to send it across. Upended was North Park at the back post. No call coming. Onward we play. It's North Park firing in once more. That one fought off by the Edge, and now we do get a stoppage in play. And we'll see as that puck must have hit the netting on the back half of the ice. And it'll give us a chance to get our shots on goal right. 31-24 in the visitors' favor right now. 13:42 left. I continue to be a second ahead each time, but let's see what's going to happen here. The whistle went, must have been for A high stick or a hand pass all the way down. This faceoff's going to come. Yes, it was a high stick. We get the gesture from the officials. Just a high stick on the puck, not a player, hence no penalty. But a defensive zone drop upcoming here for North Park. It'll be Meller at the dot. Wins that over toward Klochek. Klochek able to fire it up to the point, but the shot comes in on Bickoff, and he kicks out the save. The edge back on the puck. Bickoff kicks it out once more. Gets all the way across. It's 3 saves in the series for Bickoff, and it'll be Meller carrying that puck up and out. Meller all the way down. He dumps in toward Bigliotti, who tries to turn for it, but it's an offside call on North Park. And so Bickoff with 3 big saves in the sequence. And a neutral zone drop upcoming for the visitors here with 13:22 left to go in the third. This will be Meller at the dot. Players back out as there's no circle in the neutral zone for those side dots. Always hard for the officials to keep an eye on the players during the faceoffs. In any event, it's the edge trying to work that puck up and out. They do, and so this will be Klochek jamming up any dump in, but it's going to be a call here against North Park. It looks like Samosi had come all the way back to touch that puck up, and it's going to be North Park going to the box here. It's Koslevsky to the sin bin there for looked like tripping, and so 13:03 left to go in this game. The edge down a man, up a man, down a goal for the next 2 minutes. They're up that man, and it'll be the edge trying to win that faceoff. Samosi across, able to separate his player from the puck, but there are 2 edge men in on the puck. Samosi able to work that Klochek, who can fire it all the way down. This one's going to be on net and then worked to the side by the edge netminder. And the edge will have to set up in their own end. Able to spin that puck to the far side of the ice. This one comes all the way down to Klochek, though, who can do the same once more, dumping that puck all the way down once again. Gets a cheer from Bickoff. 90 seconds left to go on the man advantage here for the edge. It's the edge spinning that puck up the left wing once more. They'll cut to the center. It's a set play on the breakout for the edge on the man advantage. The edge trying to carry it forward. Grebin, though, jabs it off a stick. The edge have to reset in the neutral zone. They had broken in just a bit too soon after Grebin upended their play. Puck sits at the logo. Swiped farther now by the edge. They will break in, but only so far as Samosi, who had done yeoman's work to separate his man from the puck once more. North Park fires it all the way down on net once more. And the edge have to reset. It's the edge up the wing once more. They'll break into the offensive end now, looking to spin that in front. They carry it behind instead. The edge on the puck. Still the man advantage for 38 more seconds. Looking for a one-timer on the near side. They fire in. Bickoff, big glove save to buy his team a freeze with 11:35 left to go here in this third period. It's a defensive zone drop for North Park, but they're happy to be able to change personnel if they want. 33 seconds left to go on the man advantage for the edge. This will be Meller near dot. Meller clean win back to Halpern, who's going to swipe that all the way around the curved wall on out, and Bigliotti can give chase. Bigliotti all the way to that far corner. He's got an edge man with him, wipes him out of the play. Bigliotti happy to gum things up all the way in the offensive zone. It's the edge now trying to work that puck forward. They do up the strong side, but only so far as Halpern, who sends it right back in. 8 seconds left to go on the man advantage as the edge will break forward up the right wing. It's the edge stopping and turning once they've gained the zone. The edge still on the puck, far side of the ice, looking for a deflection. Instead, deflected wide. The edge spin it in front once more, but it's Halpern in the right place at the right time, and it wasn't by luck. He was exactly where he needed to be. We're back to 5-on-5 hockey here as the edge come right back into the offensive zone. It was Grebin who was able to separate his man from the puck. Bigliotti picks up the puck, dumps it on in. Giving chase now is Meller in that far corner. Joined there by Grebin to try and hold the puck up in the offensive end. Sweeney pinches in to hold that puck as the third forward in the offensive zone. And now it'll be North Park trying to set something up from behind the net. Sweeney in for support once more. Works that puck to the end boards. The Edge looked to break out all the way to the neutral zone. Rolling puck. The Edge carry it farther, but it was the back check from Keyworth that prevented the Edge from coming on in. Keyworth into the offensive end now. Throws that on net. Rebound to the corner. North Park tries to pick up the puck there. The Edge able to give North Park a rough ride. Against that wall, it was Grebin who ended up going down. He pops right back up, but here come the Edge. And a 2-on-1, but that puck went wanting. It bounced off the ice. Bickoff had that far post covered. It was near to your screen. And the Edge left shaking their heads at what could have been. Instead, this will be North Park firing in. Keeping the zone is Tenenbaum. Look out. He had some time and space, and it was saved expertly by the Edge. And so this will be North Park trying to set something up once more. The Edge have the puck in their own end, turning with it, but kept in by Samosi, who gives chase all the way to the end boards. It's now a puck that comes on up to the near half wall. And there's an arm raised here, as this will be a tripping call against North Park. Looks like it'll be Kushlevsky to the box. May have left his stick in for a second too long. Raises his arms to the heavens, pleading his case to the hockey gods as to his bad luck on the tripping call, but a tripping call it was. And so 9 minutes and 11 seconds left to go in this one. It's the Edge to the man advantage, hoping to tie this one up. It'll be Tenenbaum, Klocek, Samosi, and Grebin as the 4 skaters on the ice. Now it's Tenenbaum winning that cleanly to the corner. Samosi able to fire that up to the point, but not out, as the Edge had pinned the puck against the boards at the point. Looking for a one-timer, shot just wide. They're trying to shift Bickoff in the blue paint right now as he stood tall thus far, but Tenenbaum gets the puck from Samosi and sends it all the way up and out. And so the Edge will have to pick it up all the way down in their own end. 90 seconds left to go on the man advantage here for the Edge as they move that puck through the neutral zone back into the offensive end. It's the Edge on the puck near side. They flip it up to the high slot, trying to move it across, but Grebin gets a stick in the way and now hounds his man on the forecheck to come up more of this Edge power play time. The Edge break back in near side of the ice. Samosi pushes his man wide. Drop pass connects for the Edge. It's Samosi pulling the puck off a stick, working it to the far side of the ice. The Edge have it there at that far half wall. They cycle it deeper, but Klocek across, and he looks to fire that puck up and out. It's going to find an Edge stick, though. Bickoff fights that off, and it's sent up and out by North Park. And it'll be Grebin first to that puck. He fires in. That one frozen by the Edge man between the pipes, and the whistle does eventually go, as Meller had gotten close to the netminder to buy his team an offensive zone drop. Well, Bickoff fought that one off, and it turned out to be a shot aside on the sequence. 7:56 left to go in this one. Offensive zone drop for the penalty killers, still with 46 seconds left to go on the penalty to Kushlevsky. All right, this is North Park trying to hold the zone, and the Edge will come back in the other direction. It's the Edge 2-on-2 into the offensive end. Drop pass connects there. In the mid slot are the Edge. They shoot and score. Well, the Edge able to find the back of the net on their 29th shot of the day. And just like that, with 7:38 left to go in this game, we're all tied up at 1. It was a screen shot in on Bickoff, and it was a wicked wrister from the Edge in the mid slot. Always one of the hardest ones for a netminder to stop, as a player crosses the slot from a short distance. It literally could go anywhere in the net when the skater's on the forehand like that. And so, credit to the Edge for continuing to push. They've tied this one up, and now North Park looks to find a way back into the lead here as they take a shot that's sticked wide by the Edge netminder. Here come the Edge back in the other direction. The Edge into the offensive end. They have that puck in the slot, but it's Halpern with good gap control, preventing anything from happening. Halpern now all the way across, feathers this one over to Keyworth after taking a hit to make a play. Keyworth on up, It's stopped there by the edge in the neutral zone. North Park trying to get a grade A chance there, cheating a little bit by the blue line. And they'll try again on the far side. It's Halpern dumping on in, and he can go for a change as Meller, Sweeney, Greben, Keyworth are on the ice. They're joined by Klochek. It's the Edge trying to find a way out of their own zone right now as Meller all over his man. The Edge will try the near side instead. North Park completes their change with Koslewski on the ice. He's able to separate his man from the puck in a good play to break up the break in. And now he comes across again, does the old number 2 as North Park through Keyworth, able to put that puck out of harm's way. The Edge look to cycle it back in the neutral zone. Here they come into the offensive end. Shot goes off the end boards, comes up on the back of the twine. They're trying to work it out front, are the Edge. Instead, it was Keyworth in the way, and he's going to pick that puck up. He's able to bat it to the top of the zone. The Edge dump in once more. Just about 6 minutes left to play here from Aviator as that puck nearly comes out front, but it hits the back of the cage anyway, and so it'll be Meller and Klochek combining to get that puck up towards Sweeney and send it just a bit farther. Puck sits over at that far point. Sweeney trying to work that puck up and out. He does to Keyworth. Keyworth one-on-one with his man into the offensive end. Keyworth rounds a man, comes in tight, shoots, and that puck looked like it had been in, but instead it sat in the blue paint after a huge save from the Edge goaltender, keeping this a 1-1 hockey game with 5:36 left to go here in the third. Well, for a 1-1 hockey game, this one's had a little bit of everything. I wouldn't call it New York's hottest new club just yet, but we're on our way as this is Tenenbaum at the far circle. Clean win. Back to Samosi at the point, who's going to dump it in. So North Park can get set up. It's the Edge, though, who send that all the way up and out. Icing waved there as the Edge had sent it all the way down, but North Park adjudged to have had an opportunity to have played the puck, and so icing was washed. Now Vigliotti gives chase in the offensive end. Puck sits in that offensive end as we tick toward 5 minutes left to play. It's the Edge on the puck at the far half wall. They work it up to the neutral zone. Look out. The Edge now coming with speed. All the way across was Samosi, but it was Klochek, and he didn't need the help. He separated his man from the puck well. Bouncing puck comes to the side of the cage. It's the Edge on the puck behind the net. They're looking for a trailer out front, I should say, but they'll dump it in on the far side instead. Klochek spins that around once more. Puck comes up to the point. Crushing his man is Vigliotti. And gaining possession of the puck was North Park for a moment, but here come the Edge once more. It's Vigliotti trying to track down that puck in the neutral zone. He does. Carries it farther into the offensive end. Slapper deflected up into the netting. Offensive zone draw upcoming here for North Park. As we're down to 4:29 left to go in this third period. And North Park sends Koslewski, Sweeney, Keyworth, Halpern, and Meller over the boards for this crucial offensive zone drop. It's Meller winning that forward. North Park gives chase. The Edge have the puck behind the net. They work it over to the near side, backing off his Keyworth so as not to give up an odd man rush. It's the Edge working that puck into the offensive end. They shoot, and Bickoff able to swipe it to the side. The Edge retained possession. The Edge trying to spin with it on that far side. Unable to do so at first. And now the puck dumped in once more by the Edge. Halpern across for it. Cycles it back to Keyworth. Keyworth on the puck. Works that up and out. And it looks to have missed all sticks for an icing. And so with 3:54 left to go here in the third period, it'll be a defensive zone drop for North Park. This one's going to be on the near side as the official just gesturing to the players to get moving here. Puck's dropped. Clean win there by North Park. Keyworth able to spin that up to the far point. Not out just yet. It's the Edge trying to dump it in farther. And Halpern gets a stick in the way to prevent the chance. The Edge fire that one in. Fought off by Bickoff. Great shoulder save there. Moving against the grain, Vigliotti finds Greben. That comes all the way down. Greben had done enough to touch it to wipe any icing. It's now North Park trying to throw that in front edge there first. And so it's the Edge who get to break out in the other direction. The Edge all the way into the offensive end. The Edge come toward the side of the cage. They throw it all the way across. That puck just came off a stick, fooled everybody. As Keyworth able to work it on up. It's a 3-on-2 here for North Park into the offensive end. Keyworth pushed wide, looking for a trailer in front. It's Keyworth trying to jab it in front, but the Edge, keen to the play, will just dump this all the way down for an icing. And so we get a stoppage in play with 2:55 left to go here in the third period. Offensive zone drop coming up for North Park. And it's all to play for in what's been an awesomely competitive game here at the end of the EJEPL regular season. Well, looks like we might get a timeout called here. And so we do. And we will just pause. This is Youth Hockey on Midnight Sports. All right, timeout over here from Aviator. 2 minutes, 55 seconds left to go in regulation. Not sure what these teams will do if we're knotted up at 1. But North Park hoping it doesn't get to that point if they can notch a 2 on the board. And so face-off. Tenenbaum tries to carry it forward there. Gets tripped up. Onward we play. Swiped on net. Thrown in front. And it's scored by North Park. Can you believe it? Well, it was North Park. It looked like through Grebin there. Off the face-off, and it was a couple of jam shots, but it was North Park who found the back of the net to make this a 2-1 hockey game. Well, Grebin gets his brace there, 2 goals on the day, and right now it's North Park 2, the Edge 1, with 2 minutes and 40 some odd seconds left. We'll fix that for you here in a moment. We'll get that clock started when we hit 2.5 in the rink. Apologies for that. Sometimes this commentator gets too excited and doesn't start the clock at the right time in any event, or stop the clock at that matter. In any event, it's Sweeney jousting with the man on this near side of the ice. Tenenbaum and Samosi in for support. It's Samosi that comes away with it, works it up to Sweeney. Sweeney able to get that puck up to the point, not out just yet. As North Park reaches for it, Grebin on the backhand sends that on up and out. The Edge looked to reset, but in the way there was Sweeney, who was able to fire that puck across. And so it's the Edge trying to reset once more, but now Vigliotti with a slapper that goes off the outside of the post. And the Edge able to break out in the other direction. It's the Edge back into the offensive end. Getting back was Tenenbaum. And now Vigliotti tries to carry that puck forward in front of the benches. Takes a huge hit there. Gets up. Tells his man to go on to the box. And so Vigliotti will go over to the bench, get checked out. He seems to be fine. If anything, just upset with the hit. But 1:37 left to go in this game. North Park puts itself in prime position here. Up a goal, up a man. for the duration of the game, so long as there's no paperwork. And it's all still left to play for as clear some snow shavings from the ice. No break for the ice team to come out and clear the ice shavings. And so sometimes you got to do it yourself. All right, should be an offensive zone drop here for the visitors. It's Tenenbaum, Keyworth, Meller, Halpern, and Grebin in blue. 5-on-4 upcoming for the duration of regulation, assuming no more goals or penalties. This is Tenenbaum at the dot. Wins it forward. North Park just backs off a little bit there, but they will pick up the puck on that far side and work it deeper. Conservative play here from the visitors to prevent any rushes in the opposite direction. As I say that, though, North Park able to gain the puck on that far half wall and keep the puck in the offensive end. This is Meller now at the end boards. He takes a hit to try and move that puck over toward Grebin. Puck sits in that far corner. It's Grebin and Meller jousting for it in the corner to try and hold it there. 1:06 left to go in this game as the Edge do eventually emerge with the puck on the near side of their zone. It's the Edge still on the puck. They'll break out in the opposite direction. North Park has come to its blue line. Great gap control there by North Park to prevent the break-in. The Edge have to reset. It's 5-on-5 because the Edge have pulled their goaltender. Look out, the Edge into the offensive end, but it was a back check by Meller that prevented the chance, and now North Park able to send that up and out of the zone. Grab it all over his man. He wants three. He fires that on net. He shoots. He scores. Well, Grebin completes the hat trick. Something out of nothing there in the neutral zone. Fires it on the empty net. And just like that, North Park able to shoot and score and turn this game into a North Park victory. 30 seconds still left to go here. Of course, your clock says 0-0-0, but again, sometimes the buttons get a little bit cold. I promise we did try to stop the clock on that one. 30.4 left to go. 3-1 hockey game here at Aviator. It's North Park looking to come away with the victory after the empty net goal by 14. Icing already washed there. 15 seconds left to go. Well, with just over 2 minutes left to go in this game, it was a 1-1 hockey game, and North Park has found a way through to turn this into a victory. A lot of pounding on the boards right now as the players separate, and now North Park rushes Bickoff to congratulate him for the victory. We've gone final here from Aviator. It is North Park 3, the Long Island Edge 1. Thanks so much for joining us. We'll see you again tomorrow, 4:40 p.m. out in Hauppauge, Long Island. It's North Park against PAL. Until then, though, stay safe. This is Midnight Sports.